Welcome to RadioOnFire.com, home of sports talk with Pebbles, giving you sports from a woman's perspective. Now, here's your host, Pebbles.
Thank you for logging on and tuning in. This is Sports Talk with Pebbles, and of course, I am Pebbles. I'm joined today by Tony again. Say hello, Tony.
Hello.
Okay, he's acting funny already.
No, I'm being real. Hello. How everyone doing? I hope everyone is beautiful and blessed.
Okay. So, you guys can't see what's going on, but anyway, I'm going to get right on into the show. But if you missed any episodes, you can log on to radioonfire.com and you can view any of the episodes there. When you get to radioonfire.com, just click on my picture and you can see all the episodes there. I really just want to jump right on into this Eagles versus Panthers game. Wow. The Eagles kicked some ass. That's all I'm going to sum it up to that. The Eagles, wow. Cam Newton was sacked 9 times.
Embarrassing.
And 3 interceptions. Okay, so I mean, like, damn. What was really going on? What did you see going on?
I was lost for words. That game was embarrassing. They couldn't put no drives together whatsoever. Every time they got the ball moving, it was pow, take them out the game.
Look, it was nasty. At halftime, it was 31-7. And then the ending score was 45-14. So I was like, wait a minute. The Panthers, the Eagles, but
And they had Mark Sanchez playing.
Didn't matter. I'm sorry. It just didn't matter. I mean, but that was just sad. I had to bring that up. I'm not gonna say who's the Eagles fan. I'm not gonna call anybody out. But
you know some?
Yeah, I know some.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say anything because then they gonna feel all good. Like my team did this, whatever.
Oh,
I used to like the Eagles. I am a. I'm not gonna go there, but anyway, I did like the Eagles back in the day, but they're no longer my team. Why? Because I have the
Baltimore.
Ravens.
I know it.
I have the Ravens.
Same reason why I jumped off of Denver.
So let me move on to this former Baltimore Ravens cheerleader. Now, she was arraigned last week on some charges of having sex with a 15-year-old. Now, this was in Delaware. Might I add, she's 47, 15. I don't understand it. I don't see how she was attracted to this young man. This little boy. She was indicted on 2 counts of third-degree rape, 4 counts of unlawful sexual contact, and 3 counts of providing alcohol to a minor. Now, here's my question to you, Tony. If this was your 14 or 15-year-old son, what would you say? Kudos, pat on the back. What
you want the political answer?
No, I'm asking you. I'm not asking you for a political answer.
I don't know how I would feel about that because the enemy would give him some packages of protection and tell him to go get it. But I mean, honestly, all jokes aside, seriously.
So what if it's your daughter though? I mean, come on.
Oh no, that's why.
See, change it up.
That's a whole different conversation. I can't even go on record of saying what I might do if that was a 47-year-old man, my 15-year-old daughter. But let's just say that it wouldn't be a pretty sight. But in the hindsight, though, all jokes aside, raising boy, raising girl is totally different things. But ideally, that you don't want no 47-year-old person having sex with a 15-year-old kid, And
so let me ask you this: if you found out about it, are you calling the police? Like, oh, this person, so all these charges can be brought against the person, or is it just like, oh, well, look, you did this and that's it?
I don't have no kids, so I can't speak on that. Now, let's say this. And chill. Let's say this. If it was my niece or my nephew, I would probably persuade my sister or my brothers to pursue police.
Why?
Intervention.
The police show. What are you talking about? And listen.
You know, I make up words as I go.
I know you always make up words, but I have a son and a daughter. And I will say this. At 15, you made a decision to go and sleep with this person. I'm not calling no police on nobody. You did what you wanted to do. And here's the thing. Only way I'm getting the police involved where it's my daughter. Did you lie about your age? Did you really did you know how old this man was?
See,
did you know how old my daughter was?
That's kind of where I will be hinting to, like I stand mutual on it because growing up, I was a fast child. So I had crushes on my teachers. And I actually tried to go at my teachers. So, and I say teacher because that's another epidemic all in itself because right before this came out, it was the teacher's section with the child. So anyway, long story short was
this was
you got the
This wasn't a story? All right, I'm sorry, go ahead.
What story?
That's what I'm asking you.
I mean wasn't it on the news?
This was definitely on the news.
So that makes it a story.
No. What you were saying, Tony. Let me tell y'all something. We done had some crazy conversations off air, so it's just carrying on over to on air. So
ideally, I probably wouldn't. If it was me and I was 15 years old, I would never say nothing. I'd be banging it, and she's not a bad looking lady.
I'm talking about the parent.
As a parent, that's what I'm saying. As a parent, I don't know what my recourse would be because I would need more facts. I need to know more facts about it. You know what I'm saying? If my child went out there and brought that lady home and say, "Hey, dad, hey, mom,"
they're not doing that. They know the difference. This old lady with cobwebs around her vagina. I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna move on.
She was a cheerleader. I don't think it's too many cobwebs there.
That don't mean that it's no cobwebs. She is anyway. We're gonna move on because we want to talk about some sports. We don't want to stay on this.
How did they meet anyway? I'm just curious.
They through Instagram. She was commenting on. Listen, social media seems to be the source for cheating a lot. Okay,
it is.
So, I mean, that's where it goes. Social media.
I wouldn't know that.
Okay, so moving right along. just a couple of players that are going to be, I thought I should just mention a couple of players that are going to be done for the season. Carson Palmer is done. Did you know that?
Yes, I knew that. And okay, I'm kind of sad for the Cardinals because they was really coming into their mojo.
Right. That's going to be.
And I was happy for Carson Palmer. You know what I mean? Even though he's one of our arch nemesis, old quarterback.
Right.
I was happy for him resurrecting his career out there in Arizona.
Yes.
So that's unfortunate to him. I believe that's his second one in his career.
Man. He might end up retiring as well. I don't know. But also Allen Robinson from the Jaguars, which is their leading receiver this season. He won't play. He won't play in 2014 due to a stress fracture in his right foot.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it's a few more players, but the last one I'm going to mention is the San Francisco 49ers linebacker Patrick Willis. He's going to miss the remainder of the season. He needs surgery for his strained muscle in his left big toe. What is it with these foot injuries? It's been a lot of them.
In football, you have to bounce off the ball of your foot or the points of your toes. That's like, and when you pull those ligaments in there, it's like pulling an ACL in your knee. And it's hard to come back from stuff like that. And a while back, remember Ray Lewis mentioned something about how he messed his toe up, and it wasn't until he completely dislodged it that he played something like 7 years with the toe messed up or something.
Oh yeah, and that's why he all messed up.
And then after he finally totally whatever he did to the toe, I don't know exactly what he did to it. He was able to use it again because it fully broke itself and then it healed back. But those toe injuries and them Achilles injuries are some of the hardest injuries to come back from as a football player. And they are some of the most gruesome. It's just like having an ACL, but only now it's in your foot.
Well, do you see what I said? Okay, so moving right along. Moving right along to the Ravens game on Sunday. Did you like that? How about them Ravens? Y'all know I was going to talk about the Ravens. It's just a given. It's a given.
I was happy they won, but I wasn't ecstatic about the win.
And the way I feel is a win is a win, and that's it, and that's all. We won. But how about them Steelers? Like, please tell me what happened with those Steelers over there. Do you know what happened?
Any given Sunday. Well, I gotta say this because I gotta point this out.
Okay, go ahead.
It goes back to our conversation last week of the Steelers fans. Mm-hmm. They had so much to say about the Ravens getting beat by 20. Let's just point out some key facts. We beat them first this year by 20, and we handedly beat them through the game. They barely beat us with a little bit of assistance.
Right.
And we played poor. They only beat us by 20 points. That says a lot for their team.
Right.
But then you lose to the likes of the Jets. Not to mention Tampa Bay.
I was going to say, I don't know.
They lost to several lower-end NFL teams.
But, I mean, listen, even with all of that, he's speaking solely on the team. But I'm speaking to you fans. Y'all stay coming for the Ravens. We don't even have to get ready to play each other. Y'all stay coming for the Ravens. I have one person, and I promise if I see this week before, and we're on a bye week, but if I see him posting things that are hating towards the Ravens, it's like he do it all day long. He do it every day, all day, and I don't see why.
You know what
when your Steelers lost, you were a ghost. I did not see you on social media for 2 days. I didn't see anything. Just, y'all stay in y'all lane. We don't come for y'all. We just go ahead and enjoy. And I was wondering where y'all were, just like John Harbaugh was wondering what was going on over there too. Because people are saying that, he shouldn't have said this and, act like it was so wrong. But he does not regret any of his comments that he made about Pittsburgh CBS mistakenly aired. I believe it was intentional.
It was.
But I
think
it is what it is. They lost to the Jets 2013, and what did he say? What exactly it was he said? He said that team beat us. I have it. That team that beat us last week and then went and got their ass kicked. That's what he said. Plain and simple. Now, I don't think that was all that bad. That was a private conversation with him and his team. It should not have been aired, but so what it was. It really wasn't that bad.
And, I mean, their whole life is broadcasted. And when he went in there and said, hey, this is my meeting, my locker room, whatever the way he said it, this don't be aired, they knew what they was doing. They knew.
Of course.
That locker room is the only sanctuary that NFL players, NBA players, whoever the sport is, that locker room is the only sanction they have. So what's in that locker room is never supposed to come out.
I mean, that's whether it's professional or a lower level, college, high school. I would expect that would be just like private and just for them.
And a lot of the paparazzi people, the media, whatever they want to call themselves, a lot of them take those moments and they do just what they do. They throw it out there so that their name can be attached to that big story.
I'm a media. Okay.
I'm not
so
talking.
Look, I'm gonna do that. Trust me. But look, no. But now listen, the Steelers are trying to. Well, people. I'm gonna say the media. They brought light to this situation where they're saying that Justin Bieber may have jinxed the Steelers because
everybody
they're saying
visited and lost.
Right. They're saying that he visited the Steelers worship service the night before the game. And a handful of players, they took pictures with him and put it on social media. Now, not my words, but former Pittsburgh quarterback Terry Bradshaw told TMZ that he wouldn't have allowed Bieber into the gathering, period. It's supposed to be no outsiders, he said. So rarely do the outsiders get into that service. So they want to blame the loss on Justin Bieber showing up. Like, come on now, you lost. That's just it.
Have
and then
Floyd
they talk
lost
about
any
us.
fights?
You heard that on the same thing. Yeah. I'm gonna say no. Has he?
Nah, I ain't seen him lose nothing. I mean, the last several fights, he done walked out there with Bieber jinxer.
They just need someone to blame. But it's okay. I think I'm just going to tiptoe into NBA. The Lakers finally has a win.
Yeah, they beat Carmelo, right? No,
They're
they
one.
beat Carmelo.
They're 1-5.
Who did they beat?
They're 1-5. It doesn't even matter. They're 1-5. 1-5 is all I can think of to say.
I actually did one of Charles Barkley moves, and he said he wasn't going to eat until they won.
Well, good luck.
I wasn't watching TV until they won.
Well, they won, so he can eat now. As far as I see, it's only the Lakers and the Nuggets that are 1-5 this season. 2 teams that are 1-5. Something needs to be done. No, you don't think so?
I'm just trying to figure how those 2 teams end up that far at the bottom.
Well,
I'm not 100% sure of who's on Denver roster this year, but the Lakers got a pretty decent roster to be 1-5.
Well, maybe they run it into the wrong people, and it's not.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. Something is not clicking. Something is not going on there because I'm just like 1-5, and that's my team. That's my first love. Miami is my.
I'm stuck on that one. I'm just trying to figure out who's actually on Denver team this year, and I'm drawing a blank. I haven't actually followed them too much this year because it's still football season.
Wow, Oklahoma is right behind them. It's sad. It's just.
Oklahoma got 2 wins on the season though. I do know that,
and that's why they're behind. See what I'm saying? They're 1-5. The Lakers.
That little writing.
Oh, okay. So it says Oklahoma City 2-5. I don't know. They need to shake it up. Do something.
They was contenders last year.
Yeah, well, this
but
is a new year.
Early. It's still early, so they got to get all their pieces together, all their parts together. They got to bind to what the coach doing. Because sometimes the strategy from last year to this year changes, so they got to bind to what the coach want to do this year. They got to get their camaraderie going,
right?
And then if they got new players, they got to work them all in. So I think I only watched 2 basketball games this year.
I mean, LeBron over there doing his thing in Cleveland. You don't want to talk about him, huh?
I'm not a LeBron fan.
You don't like LeBron? Listen, I can't be a fan of everybody that I talk about. I'm not a fan of the Steelers, and I'm going to talk about them.
I'll talk about him.
So,
I just keep it real. He is the most dominant player in the NBA. But by far, he is not the best. But he is a force to be reckoned with. Well,
at first they said he had a triple-double, and then they took it back after reviewing some tapes, the film. They said they took away a rebound and an assist, whatever.
They mistake a pass for a rebound or something, and they took that off. I was seeing something about
they took away a rebound and an assist. So you know what that means.
Yeah, he'll get it back. It
took away his 38th career triple-double, but he'll get it back.
He's a junior Peyton Manning. He chases stats, so he'll get it back.
Of course, he's going to get it back. That's pretty much going to do it for this episode of Sports Talk with Pebbles. Tony, I want to thank you again for coming on. I was kind of expecting or hoping to have one of those awesome riders in here.
I'm going to work on it. They didn't want to come. They don't want to be seen.
I understand not being seen. So
I ain't going to say that's a bad choice of words. It's not that they don't want to be seen.
Okay. I was hoping to have, a rider on, and I'm going to get to that. It seems to be, it may be a little difficult, since the video's been out and whatever is going on. But we're gonna work on that. Myself and possibly Tony, because he seems like he can't stay away. He's like, he hit me up and said, hey, I'm off on Tuesday, so I'll be expecting to see him again.
I might not have no more Tuesdays off.
Whatever. He'll be here. He lets me know when his day is off, so that's when I'll record. I'll make an exception for him since he's family. But anyway, once again, thank you for logging on and tuning in, listening or watching, whichever one it is that you're doing. I appreciate anyone who takes the time to view or listen to Sports Talk with Pebbles. You can follow me on Twitter at Tweets by Pebbles and Instagram at Pebbles underpaid. There I go again. I do it every time. I do it. Listen, this is not the first episode where that's been done. Excuse me. This is not the first episode that's been done, but it's Pebbles _page. Also, I would like to, I like to say when I'm doing certain things. Next week, I'll be participating in a feeding 53 families with Jamil McClain. Some of you Ravens fans may know, football fans may know him. He was a Raven for a while. He's in New York now. He's with the Giants. So I'll be doing that with him on next Tuesday. So, of course, I'll come back with a great report because I'm expecting to see other players there. Yes, more Ravens, some Giants players. But I'll keep you guys, I'll let you guys know what happened and how that went. So, is there anything you want to say before we leave?
No, my venture this week is I will be mentoring some young men Saturday at Belmont Elementary.
Is it open to the public?
Yeah, sure. Public can come.
Well,
yeah, so the public can come. It's going to be at Belmont Elementary. It's going to be off of Hilton and I don't know the address off the top of my head. It's Belmont Elementary on Belmont Avenue, up Poplar Grove community. And the topic is going to be how my behavior affects me. It's going to be a mentoring to 8 to 12-year-old young men. Okay. It's going to be an interactive session. So try to give back to the community, keep our kids positive. And,
okay, sounds good.
Other than that, I ain't got nothing else.
Okay, sounds good.
1406 North Allamont Street.
Oh, thank you for that, Diamond K. You're awesome. Okay, well, until next time, peace.